looks good. I'm ready to eat. Let's go.
It's go time.
Hello and welcome to Dad's Table. Tonight we are going to be making one pot beef ramen noodles.
Say what?
Yeah, no, I'm curious about this one myself. You could make just regular noodles, but I have a feeling, the servings, by the time you get all that done, probably not as good as what we're about to make. So we're gonna make the real deal, hopefully make it healthier, and shouldn't be that much difference in cost. Let's find out, and let's get started.
Good work. Let's get started.
Before we get into today's recipe, I want to take a quick second to thank Almost Eden for sponsoring this video. If you're into apparel that actually means something and still looks clean and wearable every day, this is the brand you'll want to check out. They're in between the gates. T-shirts are super comfortable, and their snapbacks are an easy go-to, whether you're out running errands or just hanging around the house. I'll be wearing these pieces a lot, whether it's filming, cooking, spending time with family, and they are fire. Simple, sharp, and intentional. Plus, they've got some really solid sale prices going on right now. So, if you want to add something meaningful to your everyday rotation, head over to the Almost Eden store. The link is in the description. It is definitely worth a look. So we're going to start off very minimal prep work for this one. We're going to slice up a red bell pepper, and really just doing this for the color of it, I believe. I think red will look pretty nice in the final product here. But we're just going to slice it up and have it ready. All right, we've got our bell pepper slice. I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. And we're using a Dutch oven. You can use a large pot if you so desire. And we're going to get this on medium high. We're going to let that warm up a little bit. There is one little variation on this recipe you can do. What I've got is already shredded cabbage, or you can get the regular cabbage, whichever one's cheaper, whichever one's easier for you. Right now we're just waiting for this, so you could theoretically go ahead and shred the cabbage. But since this is all about making sure that everything's quicker, I went ahead with the, it's called Angel Hair Coleslaw, and it's just strictly cabbage. So it's already shredded. That's exactly what we're looking for. So that's exactly what we're going to use. That does remind me, when I was a kid, I remember opening up the refrigerator and I noticed that some of the vegetables were crying. I guess they have some emotional cabbage. Weren't ready for that one, were you? So you want to use a lean ground beef. We're going to put a pound of ground beef in there. And we're going to go ahead and brown it. if you're new to the channel, you might wonder why are my videos so long. I'm of the opinion that when I was growing up,
back in my day,
and this is before you could post things on YouTube, or most people didn't have a way of recording their favorite shows or cooking shows or anything, so you'd be able to write down things quickly. It might take months and you might forget how to find a recipe, what have you. There are different reasons. What I like to do is I like to, for the most part, cook the meals along with you. That way you're not constantly having to pause, and then you pause for a long while you get to the next step and then have to refresh. If I keep these long form, I try to minimize the amount of pausing and give you time to write down things if you need to, or everything I try to keep under 30 minutes as far as cook time, so that's just kind of where everything is as far as that's concerned. And it just gives me a feeling that I'm right there cooking with you, and it just seems for me to connect better. Let me know what you think. Honestly, it probably won't change my opinion, but never know. And again, one of the reasons you want to make sure that you get a lean beef, like a 93.7 if possible. There's less grease that you have to worry about pouring out, less of the fat. So if you keep it lean, there's less to clean. All right, so our ground beef is finished browning. We're going to add roughly 2 cups of shredded cabbage. And this particular bag is just shy of that, so we'll make that work. We're going to add our bell pepper. And I'm going to do 2 heaping spoonfuls. Actually, I think I might do 3. 3 heaping spoonfuls of minced garlic. We're going to stir all that together. And this is why you want kind of a deeper pot, or deeper, you could probably do this in a skillet, but you want it deeper just because right now everything's nice and fresh. As the heat goes through it, it's going to calm down. You just want to get it good and mixed up, and we're going to let it do so over medium-high for about 5 minutes. Now I suppose you could do the one pot chicken ramen noodles very similar. You just use ground chicken instead of ground beef. I don't know, I'd have to try that out and see how that works out, but I would think other than that everything else is about the same. I'm curious. May have to try that. All right, our cabbage is starting to get translucent. We're just shy of 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the next ingredients. We're going to add 2 cups of chicken stock. 2 cups of chicken stock, preferably unsalted. I'm just gonna add that in there. Typically you might want to add soy sauce. I'm not a big fan of soy sauce, so I use coconut aminos instead. You're going to put in 3 tablespoons. Coconut aminos are less sodium, which is obviously better for you, especially when doing a recipe like ramen noodles. And then we're going to add 3 tablespoons, I think it's pronounced Hoisin sauce, Hoisin. Not familiar with the pronunciation, but you're going to add 3 tablespoons of that. Reminds me of barbecue sauce, honestly. Just going to kind of stir that in there to make sure it gets off the tablespoon. And we're going to stir all that together. And let it come up to a boil. Now I just added another cup of chicken stock to it. Typically if you're going to do 2 cups of chicken stock, as far as the packages of ramen, you want to do 2. I actually have, I'll be making a little bit extra tonight, so I'm going to be putting 3 packages instead of 2. And so I wanted to put enough chicken stock in there to absorb the noodles. So, regular recipe, you put 2 cups of chicken stock. If you're having to expand the recipe a little bit, go 3, just same number of packages of ramen as same number as of cups of chicken stock. All right, so we are approaching a boil. So we're gonna open up our very cheap ramen noodles. For me, I'm going to open 3 of these. Like I said, recipe calls for 2. I'm making a little extra tonight, so we'll open 3. Alright, so here we are, we're opening these packages. We're going to take this little beef seasoning packet, take it off to the side. We're not going to use it, you can just throw it away. We're gently going to place the noodles, kind of dig it into the soup, so to speak. We're going to do the same thing for all 3 packages. And we're going to take our spoon and we're going to just kind of gently, forcefully, however you need to do it.
Use the force.
You want to push the noodles down so that they get under the soup, so you might need to spoon it on there. So we want those noodles to get well cooked and nice and juicy. So once we get that taken care of, we will drop the heat down to medium, and we're going to put the lid on for about 5 minutes. As you can see, these will go in the trash. And while we're waiting, let's do a little cleanup. Because cleanup makes mama happy. So let's do the, while we're waiting for the 5 minutes, let's do the cost breakdown for this meal. The ground beef is around $9. Cabbage, if you get the already shredded, it's around $2.50. I kind of recommend it, going that route. The red bell pepper, about $1, $1.50 roughly. Minced garlic, it's $2.50 for the can, or for the jar, and that's a staple, so keep that in mind. The chicken stock, you can get, I think it's 32 ounces for $2.50 roughly. Coconut aminos is around $6. The Hoisin sauce I got for $4. Ramen, you can get a 5-pack for $2.50. Shredded carrots, already shredded carrots, which we'll add in just a few minutes, is another $2.50. So all in all, you're at $32.50 total ingredients. For 6 servings, you're at less than $5.50 per serving. I know ramen's pretty inexpensive, but this is a pretty good meal, healthier, I would think, meal for, if you go to some places you can't get ramen for less than $6. So I stand by that this is probably a better version of it. As far as the nutritional facts, your calories are going to be, it's going to be under 600. The facts that I've got take into account soy sauce, and I'm using amino acids. I didn't get a chance to do that conversion, so based on if it was soy sauce, we're looking at around 600 calories. Your fat's going to be around 24 grams. Your saturated fat's around 9 grams. But your protein's going to be around 46 grams. So that's a pretty quality protein meal right here for 6 servings. So that's the end of our 5 minutes. We're going to take it off the burner. Take the lid off. I'm going to give it a quick stir just to make sure ramen has turned out pretty well. We've got 1 cup of carrots. We're going to throw in there. We're going to put the lid on for 1 minute. All right, we should be done. I've got a spaghetti craw to kind of finish this up. I think we're ready to plate it. And here we are with some one-pot beef ramen noodles. Oh yeah, that looks good. Ready to eat. Let's go. All right, scoreboard time. Were we under 30 minutes? We were, I think I was around 27, 28. I'll put 28. So, I think that puts us, I'll give that a 9. Food costs. We were less than $5.50 per serving. That's pretty decent. So let's give that an 8. Is it healthy? Now, based on the figures I gave earlier, we're around 600 calories. The fat was around 24 grams. But the protein, I'm gonna have to start adding protein on there. Protein's coming in hot. Protein, we were at 46 grams, which is very nice, very high in protein, so that's good. A little high in fat and calories. I'm gonna give that a 7. Overall, still a pretty good quality meal. Well, that is it for today's episode. I appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you think if you give this a try. As always, be sure to spend time with each other and your family. And like I always say, take care.